Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing the volume. Let me see if the volume works, guys. 1 second. If the little volume bubble at the bottom isn't moving, then sometimes it means that the volume's not working. So let me just take a look for you. So, testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So it looks like it's working. Okay, let's see what comes out. Let's give the deck a couple of shuffles. Guys, follow me on TikTok at Run and Gun Tarot. Help me reach 1K over there so I can live stream for you guys. I'm just going to do in general right now, see what comes out. Let's get one more good shuffle. Okay, let's see. So the overall energy is feeling as though that something is not just, something is not fair, imbalance. This is the general energy for the collective, and then we'll move through the signs in a little bit. Sun card is in the reverse, so you can make a cozy setting from where you're at out of this, but it feels perturbed. It feels like something's missing, or I would personally describe it as like a swell before some sort of wave of energy coming in. Nine of Cups here is often oriented with work, career. It's known as the resume card. It's also a minor arcana version of wish fulfillment. So that's a good sign to see here. This says that you're dealing with it well. You're making the best of it. You've also done enough in the spiritual realm. You see all these accolades collected. So it feels like the majority of the work is done. And so this new chapter, you're waiting for this new chapter to emerge or unfold. The sign of the beacon being, I would think, through some manifestations coming in with the Magician's card here. Okay, remember the Magician is imagination. The root word magi is synonymous with magnet. Everything is electromagnetic. I've been finding myself working that as of late, where I have a vision of something that I'm trying to manifest, attach, associate a good, high vibrational, positive emotion to it, experience that, and then let it go. You could, frequent it, revisit it when you feel the need to. Anything else on this injustice right here? The Justice card in the reverse script. Seven of Pentacles in the upright. So something's coming in, something's growing. We could see that. We could say that. But it might not feel enough. Let's see the bottom of the deck. Usually the bottom of the deck is what we don't see. So let's see what goes on here. Two of Cup in the reverse. This is a falling out energy, partnership. This could speak to like a higher cultural divide. I know that there's a lot of like men versus women content online. It could be something to do with that socially. I mean, we all know all the social injustices. We could go on and on about that, but okay, what are we missing here? Anything that we're missing? For some, it will be a specific relationship on the micro, but for the macrocosm, there's that application as well. To a couple of reverse. Yeah, you're not seeing this. This feels like it's happening behind closed doors. I mean, social manipulation, I'll say. I'll leave it at that. Gender versus gender. The moon in the reverse is something being hidden, right? This always comes across as an offer, an opportunity being handed to you to act, to take action. Be careful though, because this could sometimes fall into the category of trying to manifest someone else's vision. So I read something interesting that said that, say, for example, using manifestation, if you go over like a budget, right, and you feel this dread, well, you're feeling that dread because you're assuming and expecting that there won't be enough resources to come in and fill that budget. And that's, commonplace when you're leading with the logical, rational part of your mind, but that's only one aspect of our mind. And something that came to me the other day was that, like, if you take all the five senses, if you add the sixth sense, even typically, maybe not the sixth sense, but for at least the five senses, that's only like one small percentage of the spectrum of reality that exists out there. If you consider what we're able to experience through our senses, that means that whole other scale of percentage of reality is pure potential. It's, UV, X-rays, all this other stuff that we can't pick up on, radio waves, signals in the air, Wi-Fi, all that stuff, radio. So don't think that kind of narrow bottleneck, fail-safe, rip the cord, pull the parachute. Don't think that that's the only way, even though things might at times feel like they're coming down to the wire. That's what I'm getting from this. Keep your eye on the prize. Because I feel like there's just a lot going on behind the scenes here. And you've been brought to this point not for just to, pack it in and go back home, so to speak. Anything else here? So my point in quoting that book is that we're feeling, whatever the situation is, because we're usually assuming and expecting the worst. But manifestation is assuming and expecting the best, right? It's done. It's taken care of. And you could even go into saying thank you, practicing gratitude for that which you're envisioning as a manifestation to come in for you. But the fact that the Seven of Pentacles is here, to me, bodes well. Because in the very least, something is coming in, growing in. Same thing with the Magician's card. Anything more about this Two of Wands? Traditionally, it's a big overview, but in this case, it always comes across in this deck as though someone's offering you something, but with the contingent of you're not really fully behind it. Yeah, this feels like a secondary option, something you can fall back on, rely on. World card in the upright, moving to the next level, the next chapter. And I also see the Lover's card here. Yeah, I mean, it's very interesting that, you have the world depicted in this Two of Wands in the upright, almost as if someone is offering you the past or something that you would correlate to the past, especially during this Mercury retrograde. A lot of reflecting, a lot of dipping into the past, but the fact that the world is featured here and then the world card Sophia comes out here, it's almost as if she's uninterested and she's looking in an entirely new direction. You've been a part of a storyline, a through line that's been very quiet as of late. Almost as if there's like a TV show series and it hasn't addressed the elephant in the room. It hasn't addressed the main A plot storyline. And it's just giving you B, C, and D, B, C, and D. And the A plot storyline is slowly transpiring. This is interesting. Because how are you going to hand Sophia the world? It's like you can't. This feels like smoke and mirrors. This is like, no, I'm on this journey and I'm going to finish it. I'm going to finish the story my way. Let's move on to Aries. I always like to say that these blur over, carry on over these energies. So if we continue to tie through the storyline, don't be surprised. But if you're not an Aries, you could take this for your first house. The first house is the identity, the self, the ego structure. Highest possible messages, and then we'll go through the Zodiac. If anyone wants a one-on-one reading, let me know. We can do it public or private. Tips and donations, always welcome. Got all my info in the description box. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, along with prices and offers. Let's see what comes out for Aries and or first house cross watcher. Or if you're just a cross watcher interested in Aries, stay and heed the info. Four Swords in the reverse could be lack of rest, burning the midnight oil, pushing yourself, pushing through. I see a Queen of Cup energy. Could be an emotional leader. Others looking up to you, waiting some sort of communication. You can be waiting some communication from this energy as well. Gemini, Cancerian. Anything else about this? Yeah, someone might be worried and concerned. You just want to be mindful. Remember, these energies, they're kind of, you could catch them like a cold, right? You want to make sure that that negative energy is not jumping off into your energy. Okay, this feels like a lot of friction and conflict and tension that you might want to not address right now. Yeah, I can see defensiveness here. I'm getting that this person represents the analytical and the logical because that's what these sword energies are. But you might be defensive because, you might be coming more so from the non-analytical approach, school of thought. You might be one to really believe in all these, manifestations and magic or prayer or the quantum, whatever version you subscribe to. Yeah, I mean, I do see this kind of wish fulfillment here next to what you've chosen to take upon as your own here. Anything else on this star card, Spirit? Yeah, King of Pentacle. I mean, if you've been manifesting some income, or King of Pentacle energy is very kind of, could be a high ranking authority at a company, or someone that carries a lot of stroke that could get things happen, very influential person. Aries Taurus energy, so that is definitely this energy coming through. So the star card feels like it's coming. Remember, we have that big conjunct Jupiter, Uranus in the house of Taurus, which is all about the moolah, all about the material wealth, how we generate it, attract it, create it. It's going to be on April 20th. It's going to create a cosmic connection that'll send shockwaves through the stars. Wow. Sudden windfalls or collective relief from challenging circumstances. 1941 conjunction in money focused Taurus. This is from 1941 when this alignment happened. Coincided with the end of the Great Depression in the United States. Wow. Okay, let's see what else comes out here. Anything else? I mean, it's going to be different, but I think the broad stroke is that it's going to be money, finance. I've even been having very telling dreams of just huge waves coming in, like more than you expected. Yeah, the death in the reverse, that's a huge rebirth energy. I'm telling you, man, I feel like this is in 4 days, 3 days at the time of this recording. So something's bound to come through. We like sudden windfalls. Okay, let's see what comes out for Taurus, or if you're a cross watcher, or if you're not Taurus, or could care less about Taurus, take this for your second house. We just mentioned it. It's material, wealth, how you generate value, physical material, wealth, all that stuff that we love. Right? Let's see what comes out here. I'm taking this for my second house as well, because I don't got a goddamn Taurus in my chart. Good riddance. If you're a Taurus watching, no hate to you. I've had a streak with them. Karma. 4 wands in the upright. This has been coming across as crossing the finish line, marriage, public celebration, crossing the marathon. Okay, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, most definitely. From this, it feels like a saga, like a chapter of manifesting. These are embodying the 7, and it's something that you've been very kind of much so battling for. And this just came out for Aries. And this is going to signal your resurrection. I'm telling you this wish fulfillment. This is the card of Uranus as well. So something big is coming. You could quote me on that. April 20th, or just about around that time. It's going to signal a rebirth. It feels like a comeback, maybe even a last second comeback here. But like I said, this is something that you've very much so held near and dear, close to your heart. This could be signaling relocation, travel for some, or just overall moving to more peaceful times. This is also Aquarian energy here. Things could be picking up for you. You can feel that your ships are coming in here. Look at how quite literal the imagery here. You see on the one hand with the Three of Wands, there's sails, there's pretty much a dock type on the receiving end traditionally, and then with the Sixth Sword here, someone is setting sail here. Right? Leaving Five Swords in the reverse, Six Swords actually. What might this ship be carrying, Spirit? Carving your own path, Hierophant in the reverse. Okay, for some, a very particular, this is divorce. Okay. For others, it feels like it'll be carrying, I don't know if resource is going to be the right word, but for you to continue your journey, almost like a pass go collect 200. Okay, it could bring an opportunity that means some sort of investment into you. A lot of halo imagery here. I've heard this card read as something that you should have given up a long time ago, but for me, this is coinciding with the Phoenix energy, the rebirth energy, similar to the Death card in the reverse. A lot of halo imagery here. Okay, you got a lot of runway, a lot of radio silence, even if things have been too quiet for your liking. You see the Sagittarian Jupiter energy, growth, expansion. We just said Jupiter conjunct Uranus and Taurus. Growth and expansion, something, and this is the Wheel of Fortune. So you could win big here. Could be a client, a customer, something. An organization that wants to invest in you. And for some, yes, it will be travel. But for others that don't want that relocation energy, I think you're going to redouble that and transform it into something that you could use to embolden what it is you're trying to create where you're at. Anything else on this Hierophant in the reverse, Spirit? On the right side of history, morality, ethic. What is this? Yeah, it just feels like you're digging, like you're carving your own path. There's something that we commonly say with the Hierophant in reverse. Going against the grain, going against tradition. Yeah, the winds and the waters are changing here with the page. What is this investment here? What is this investment here? Who or what is this investment coming to you? Second and third chance. It could be someone from the past. Straight and direct. Feels like they have like access to your heart. Any more insight on this, Spirit? Judgment, second, third chances, that's resurrection energy. So definitely from the past. Anything else here, Spirit? And then we'll move on. Someone may want a new start with you, coming out of a decision, full card in the upright. Now, do we know this person or is it a new person? I have a theory that you can meet someone that you've known before through someone else. If you've ever encountered people that remind you of other people, they have the same characteristics, mannerisms, personality traits. Yeah, I'm getting someone new here that may just be kind of freakishly familiar to you. Okay. Anything else here? I think that's it for that. Yeah, definitely look for business to pick up if you're in business for yourself or if you have a side project or a hustle. Let's see what comes out for Gemini or third house cross watcher. Gemini cross watcher, and take it for your third house if you're not Gemini. Third house is communication, as above, so below, manifestation, neighbors, siblings, education, intelligence, downloads, or as I like to call them, uploads, those aha moments that you get when you're in the shower. This feels local, the Hermit in reverse. Five of Wands in the reverse, coming out of conflict, staying out of the drama, keeping to yourself so that you could kind of strengthen this King of Cups. Almost like a leadership, an emotional leader, a beacon energy, a strong masculine energy. I oftentimes read it as like the energy of a father. It could be an uncle, sibling, older cousin. Non-gender specific. Truth, clarity, victory, justice. Another minor arcana tower moment. Sudden change here. Very a beeline, straight, direct energy here coming through. Things rushing forward, moving forward. Okay, something, an offer, an opportunity that might get you up and out of the house. Again, more side hustle, side passion, project, hobby. Anything else here, Spirit? I see some soulmate friendship energy, then I see some confusion, and then I see leaving. So for some reason, it's wanting to point out leaving toxic friends, family, even if there's closest siblings. Someone may have a soft spot for you that they don't want to admit to themselves. See this queen looking through. Behind her is the Four of Cups. Oh, sorry, my camera's flipped. So right here, it's usually an open heartness, a soft spot for you, someone checking in on you. Yeah, they seem to have a lot of like regrets where they wish they could have done things differently. But that's too bad for them. Woo! Talk about bigger and better, baby. You're channeling the Empress. For those males seeking women, that's mama right there, baby mama. Non-gender specific. It could be a masculine, it could be whatever you're into. Switch the roles, switch it how it fits it. But she always bodes well for romance, finances, money, all that stuff, relationship. She's been coming through a lot in regards to like the spiritual quantum 5D as like giving birth to this blessing, this for some a windfall. Okay. It very much feels as though that life took this away, right? Took this away so that it could give you this. And I'm just seeing that I think that this person here is very sad in their life, even though they like checked all the boxes and fit all the pieces, something's missing, and that something is you, what you bring to the table. You see the bluebird of happiness here. She's on your wavelength, he or she or whatever she represents. Doesn't have to be a physical person. Taurus, Libra energy, Venus. Could be that frequency of being in unison with life, the momentum of reality. Where you just wake up and you're like, oh shit, it's going to be a good day. It's going to be an even better night. Something like that. Very much so feels like taking something away that you were able to learn from and garner experience from, but to be given something even a million times better than you could have imagined in its place. And this was definitely worth the wait. Let's see what comes through for Cancerian or fourth house cross watcher. Take this for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or just apply it to your fourth house if you're not Cancerian in any of your charts. Fourth house is maternal, feminine, motherly energy, intuitive, emotion, the projecting during the manifestation process where you're feeling the victory and the success and it's all paid for, it's all taken care of. Feeling it, tuning into it before it happens. But definitely the feminine, intuitive, creative side. Going within, Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Knowing that this is not it. This is not the only stage of life. Okay, you have a deep, profound understanding. Almost as if I sacrifice is not the right word, but if I delay satisfaction, gratification now, I can have exactly what I want then. And you're actually probably using manifestation to pull that feeling and to anchor in that feeling of what you really want and what you really want in and of itself as the lifestyle embodiment, the experience, by practicing that law of feeling it before it's here. So you're switching the brain over to that creative, intuitive frontal lobe of the right hemisphere, as opposed to just brass tacks here. This brass tacks, it's a failing, fleeting system. It's collapsing, some would say. So this is very much so a paradox energy. I call it witnessing the unfolding. Right? It's like you go to Disney World and you're excited about when you get there, you're excited about the rides, the food, the carnival, the whole experience is unfolding. If you ever ask yourself, well, how can I not be where I want to be, but still enjoy not being where I want to be? Well, like I just said, it's every moment unfolding is to get you there. This is the end of the theme park. This is the beginning. You have to walk from the beginning to the end. And you attempt to enjoy as much as possible. I'm getting that like you're not your average bear. You're not just your average, like you're really, you believe in the subtle nuance energy of life. And so when others don't see what you're doing or why or the vision or the greater cause, it's because they're meant to build their kingdom in a different way. Maybe as part of this kind of old world. Whereas you're meant to build it in the new world, so to speak. Still in this realm, but it feels more maybe thoroughly from the inside out. As opposed to, as we mentioned before, just putting the pieces outside of yourself in order, but then still feeling like empty inside. It's also like burn the ships. Tony Robbins has a famous phrase where he says, burn the ships, take the island. Don't give yourself a way out. That's what this is. And when you do that, then you force yourself to find your balance, your rhythm, your success. But if you gave yourself a way out, then you would have not been able to. A lot of that is going with your gut instinct. I can do this. I don't need the traditional work. I don't need the traditional employer. I don't need what everyone else is using, their methods. I can do this. Even just saying it, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Things like that shift your energy, your unconscious. Okay, let's see what comes out for just more kind of incoming energy here. You see the knight bringing in the Six of Pentacles, somebody rushing in to choose you, to select your service or product, or invest some sort of worth, maybe even bring fairness to that justice scale that we saw in the reverse earlier that came out for the general. That Six of Pentacles, that Taurian energy, that's actually double Taurus energy, Gemini, Taurus is what that knight represents. So could be speaking a little bit more to that Jupiter conjunct Uranus in Taurus, second house. What do you think, Sam? Something coming in that's going to bless you or gift you. Something that'll make you feel like the scales are finally moving in your favor. They're finally being balanced in your favor. Long overdue, by the way, but well worth it. Anything else for, let's move on to Leo or the fifth house, if you're not a Leo. Or you can just cross-watch for Leo. Fifth house is going to be fun, play, drama, romance, children, vacation, R&R, plays, comedy. Leo has all the fun stuff. It's the realm of fun, actually. I could even see for that Cancerian energy meeting someone that's local, close to you, that you might even begin to exchange energy with, value, maybe even form a little bit of a relationship with as well, romantic. Because I saw the Nine of Pentacles that's coming out of being single. And then you also saw the Three of Cup in the upright, which is a romance energy, and then the Three of Cup in the reverse, which is a narrowing energy to the Two of Cup in the upright, which is relationship. It's almost as if someone had to bury the past. And that's what this Mercury retrograde was for a lot of people, finally sealing the door to something that was not meant to move with them to the future. Emperor in the upright, very stable energy of authority, wisdom. You see him using his crystal ball there. Almost as if you have to project and create the future. Instead of worrying what will happen, dictating what will happen, commanding what will happen. This will come through. It's already here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Opening up my heart to it. Wash, rinse, repeat. Gemini Cancerian energy. Someone is looking at Gemini Cancerian energy. I feel like a lot of people are interested and curious how you're going to play this one. They're they're just more interested in you than you would even kind of think. And they may have even underestimated your depth, how far you're willing to go to succeed and accomplish your heart's desire. Yeah, it's just coming across as very committed to starting your own legacy, turning a house into a home, turning where you're at into a home, to a legacy. It's just You're just very ride or die for this. The worst you could do is not believe, is what I'm seeing here. The worst that you could do is not believe or let the outside signal that this is not going to work or it's not going to happen. And that's not worse at all. That's not that bad. It's like the worst you could do is just think, with the left hemisphere logic, reason it's not going to work, doomsday. But I'm not getting that you are one to let that truly, a large part of your journey has been to overcome that. What's up, Jen? How's it going? So I'm not, even though things might bubble up in the form of worry or concern, or I'm not getting that you let that keep you down. See, the 10 of Cups just came out here. It just feels like you took like the higher road. You took life, or maybe even an individual or a group of characters or cast members of your story. You took their best punch, and instead of retaliating, you chose the higher road, which means that the payoff is going to come at a much later time. But now is that payoff time. And so now it's time for them to see you happier and for them to, kind of be in their heartbreak and resent, and they're realizing that the grass is not greener. It's very interesting. It's like when you're at this place of attracting that significant other, 10 of Cup in the upright, that's when you might have to experience that inundation of self-doubt or overthinking. But I'm getting that you get past that. That's because that's been a mainstay in your journey anyways, how to prepare you to get over it. Yes, there's incoming communication. Could be someone from the past. And you could get a real kick out of it because you're still on the path that you said you were about, and you stuck to it even when they knew you from the past. But now they're seeing you much more evolved. Full moon energy coming through here. Not sure when the next full moon is going to be. I got to imagine on the 22nd. I don't know. Late April. It's going to be in Scorpio, I believe. Could be a lot of people coming from the woodwork. New person, yes or no, Spirit? Yeah, there's going to be someone that comes that feels familiar, but I'm getting that they're a new person. And they have a lot of concrete to back it up, some tangible. The Ace of Pentacles here. Anything on this? They want to invest in you. Is this romantic? Yes or no? Getting a yes, a resounding yes. New person that wants to invest in you. Romantic. Around the time of the full moon. It's going to feel like a second chance at love at the big caboodle. I'm going to look up when's the full moon. Yeah, April 23rd. Damn, your boy was fucking close. I said the 22nd. Woo! The prophecies are true. I've been predicting this shit since last year. That it was all going to come in at once. I'm telling you. Converge. Love and money. Opportunity and love. Let's see what comes out for Virgo or 6th house. 6th house is health, fitness, routine, organization, analytics, pets. Very earthy energy. Go with the flow energy. Could be a gardener, indoor plant person. It's also intellect, intelligence, communicating thoughts. Okay, no new start, but a new start. So to me, I automatically instinctually understand that as a new start here, where you're at. There's an offer coming in, the Ace of Cups in the upright. Inner knowing. From the High Priestess in reverse, possibly. Yeah, that Empress is giving birth here. If you feel like you've been on the sidelines or warming the bench, it's for a reason. It's for a reason. It's a part of this swell that I've been talking about. You might be experiencing this as conflict, but how it's going to resolve doesn't require new action. From what I see here, Ace of Wands in the reverse. Because you've been manifesting. Rebirth. And you see it coming through. It's going to start off as a trickle, but I do think it's going to come through, especially if you're concerned with finances, money. And then you have a victory here, as well as the Six of Swords moving to you, which is always good, coming out of challenging roadblock, objecting energy. Anything else for Virgo? Ooh, Justice. You're finally going to feel like things are balanced and moving in your favor. Ooh, Lover's card. Dude, I'm telling you, man. Shit is about to pop off. It's going to be straight, direct, to the point. They're going to make their intentions clear, very direct. They may have not had a go around with the twin flame journey, but you might be like a well-versed pro. And you're going to be so grateful and thankful that you didn't settle for any lesser options, is what I'm seeing here. I'm telling you, the theme has been, it's been worth the wait. Let's see what comes out for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. If you don't have Libra, you could apply this to your 7th house. 7th house is about relationships, the balance of relationships, legality. What else? Balancing the heart and the mind. Heavy emphasis on just interpersonal relationships, connections, people. Fairness, give and take, giving and receiving. Don't be angry. Don't be sad. There's a man. There's a love. Okay, you got the Page of Cups popping out here. Winds of change, things are blowing, things are changing. Winds of change are blowing. Koi fish in the upright is good luck. Internal peace, clarity, stillness, calm. This is a very much so receiving energy with the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, others could be jealous of you. This sudden change here. What is this? It's gonna, feels like a big 180 moment where it really kind of takes you out of your concern or your worry. You've been doing that already on the spiritual front, but now you're gonna see that made manifest with this blessing coming in. Excuse me. Content, happiness, satisfaction, sun card in reverse. This is the sun after the rain, or after the rainbow. This is the sun and the rainbow after the storm. That's what I mean to say. Okay, but this storm needed to happen to kind of put out whatever these fires were with the tower. It's like you were being refined in the process, and what came out is purity. But ironically, in that kind of like ivory tower, you felt maybe out in the cold, maybe even ostracized from society, things like that. But it made you rely on your faith, your prayer, your manifestation, your quantum timeline jumping, all that stuff. Yeah, this is like reaching full adulthood, full maturity. That's what this whole experience was here for you. So you could kick around and find out what you really are, who you really are, what you're really made of. Self-love, watering your wishes fulfilled, stability. You're granted the stability that you've been manifesting. Yes, as I say that, the manifestation card comes out. And this is the wish fulfillment card. A lot of beautiful energy here. So it feels like Spirit is granting you this, giving you access, because you've been really putting all your eggs in this basket. You're now coming out of conflict here. Beeline, straight and direct, clear, precise. Yes, to the Ace of Cup. I love it. Do 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 do. Yeah, it's like you're your own cottage industry. That's what it feels like. And you could here be on the path to maybe marriage for some, or just bringing more, what's the word that I'm looking for? Definitely on the path for some meeting someone that you will end up marrying. Okay, with the Hierophant. But your business or your service becoming more stable, more validated in the public eye, more, I don't want to say mainstream, but more, what's the word that I'm looking for? It's on the tip of my tongue. It'll come to me. Like verified. But there's a better word for that I'm trying to think. Anything else here, Spirit? More like legitimate. It'll come across as more legitimate. Yeah, it may feel as though that Spirit's been sandbagging you, but you're about to feel kind of freed up and back on your A game. Yeah, I'm getting that you just handled things very well, and this is why you're getting kind of access and authorization. Yeah, you didn't let any betrayals or fallouts with relationships in the past take away your enthusiasm or maybe even your childlike wonder and awe. You had like the jump on someone that thought that they were going to backstab you and walk away. You know that you're on the right side of history. You actually felt bad for them, sorry for them. But you kept on moving on and moving forward. You feel like this fight that you're championing has been given to you, right? It's not all just you and pure ego and pure ambition. You feel like you were rewarded this dream or this vision or this goal, whatever you're pursuing. And you're waiting for like the exact right counterpart, partner, relationship, could even be with a business, a company. You're not just accepting and signing on, and that's what's going to lead to real kind of happiness. Okay. Heavy emphasis on like hand in hand here, which is a different version of this Ten of Cup that came out in the reverse just before. This to me says you weren't just going to settle for anyone or anything. You wanted that real, true kind of friendship and partnership and romance all wrapped up in one beautiful relationship. And so if you've been wondering why you haven't met the right person or this and that, someone could remind you of your mother or someone very familiar, Queen of Cup in the upright, Gemini Cancerian energy. You could share water sign energy that you are compatible with. Capricorn Sagittarius energy. You might have to pick between two people as well for some. Or a mother can, or like a relative or an older sibling can see you finally meet this person. That could be the queen to the king just came out, to your king. So that's a match here. Also, I just Freudian slipped like a patch. Like, what's a patch? Well, a patch is like when there's a mix-up in code, like in computer coding or gaming code, where you have to patch it. You have to fix the bug, the glitch in the matrix, right? And so it's like this is the universe patching that as far as your romantic relationship here with something suitable to your level. It could have been that you pulled in someone while you were still on this kind of self-improvement journey, and so now that was outdated. You actually were too mature for that, and so the universe had to process and reconfigure and patch. It may have taken a long time. Others may have worried if you ever were going to meet someone. Maybe they even thought that you were just kind of, deluding yourself, but I'm telling you, man, it really comes through as though it's paying off here. You see this divine counter couple relationship here. This doesn't come out every day, where you see the divine pair. You see, and not only that, but the fucking jubilation here with the 2 of Cup and the 10 of Cup. And mama or whoever's looking over you or whoever's here with you that's near and dear to you, they're going to see that. Let's see what comes out for Scorpio or 8th house. 8th house is crazy. It's like death, magic, the taboo, the mystery of the unexplained, the heart, the truth of it. What's the truth? What's the nitty-gritty truth? Shared debt, I know. Magic, shit like that. Yeah, so you're open to this ending because you know it just means a new beginning, and you know where your heart's at. You know that your heels are dug in, and you're really fighting for this financial freedom and independence, going your own way solo. You will be receiving communication that will meet you halfway. The bridge is down for you to cross as the Knight of Pentacles slowly moving forward, doing something in the surefire way. Very interesting that the 5 of Swords came out in the reverse as a path, distinctly. for you to like cross over. It's almost as if you're waiting spiritually for a bridge to go down so that you can cross to the other side or break on through to the other side. Let's see what comes out for more for Scorpio or 8th house. Yeah, you're not accepting the rate at which things are transpiring. You're also not settling for any other options here. You want to light your own way, figure it out on your own, and you'll find it. You'll find the resource, the people, the places, the opportunity. World card here, moving on to the next level, having chosen that specific route of you doing it your own way against the family, tradition, lineage, legacy, starting your own. And again, it's heavy emphasis on it feeling unfair. But you overcoming that and still choosing to work on your kind of fifth dimensional spiritual vision, manifestation vision. A lot of times we just want to feed into the feedback loop of the unfairness around us, but really you have to project from the inside out instead of receiving from the outside in the unjust signals. That's why you're getting the Sun card here. And the Empress. Because it feels like you've passed that test. And a new beginning is rewarded to you. And so what you manifest quickly then turns into fate and destiny. Manifest destiny. And so that's how those are related. How can it be both at once? How can it be the paradox? Because you manifested your own fate and destiny. I liken it to there's this kind of baseline if you're just following humdrum, but then there's another level, there's another timeline, there's another world, another lifetime where you could manifest above that baseline if you didn't take any risks or just followed the status quo. That's what that is. That's how destiny and fate can be intertwined with manifestation. We're choosing a higher road, a higher path. Yeah, this feels like this has been like download time. Like your next chapter or phase has been downloading. That's why things have been feeling like they're taking forever. But as soon as they're done, it's going to shoot off like a rocket. Again, this is a beeline. This is straight, forward, direct. No more confusion. Could be even more clear, direct communication as we come out of the Mercury retrograde. Page cup in the reverse in this deck, koi fish pointed upwards. Good luck in Asian culture. The water's finally picking up, the high tide being removed from the low tide. The stream starting to burst through forward. Things starting to pick up. And there you go. That's why you get the fulfillment. And you choose victory and success on your own terms. It's not over until I win. And you know that. Ace of Sword in reverse. And that's why you get the Ace of Cups. So much great energy coming out here. Let's see what comes out for the Lover's card. Let's see what comes out for Sagittarius or ninth house. Ninth house is going to be foreign affairs, foreign law, travel, expansion, abundance, luck, philosophy, setting high goals, aspiration. It's a mutable fire sign, so it's very much go with the energy, go with the flow. Running on instinct, impulse, language. But this time it's being more receptive. It's someone coming and rushing to you. Someone and or a manifestation, or someone that bears the manifestation. Queen of Cup. Could have to do with a mother figure, as I've been mentioning. It's very interesting because in a weird way, it feels like your success might be her betrayal or someone else's betrayal, but you don't mean it to be. You're just doing your own thing. Bam. Star card in the upright. Wish fulfillment. Yeah, this person might feel backstabbed or betrayed. And even jealous at times. But it just could be out of fear, worry, and concern. But again, that person doesn't subscribe to the more nuanced, subtle, intuitive energies that you do. So they only see the outside. Kind of old world perspective. But I'm telling you, this moon card, before the end of April, there's going to be something that signals this resurgence, this rebirth, this phoenix from the ashes. That's what this energy is. Meeting soulmates, they're going to light your fire, and they're going to help you to achieve that 9 of Pentacles, which is that financial freedom, independence that you've been going for. And it's going to be something concrete and tangible that's going to help put your loved ones at ease, so that they don't worry about you as much. What comes out for Capricorn or 10th house? Rounding the bases, headed home, almost done. 10th house is work and career. It's a fan favorite. Notoriety, masculine, mechanical energy, goals for the long term. Celebration. Okay, so celebration in that realm could be single, partying, enjoying life, enjoying the bachelor life. Money coming in, career picking up, notoriety picking up to the point where you're able to enjoy yourself. Could even be hiring others to help work for you. No longer having to pray for this is what I'm getting. Could be some supplementary income. Some supplementary income. Could even be going into business with a partner, significant other, because that potent kind of soul match came out again. King and the Queen in the same suit. Pentacles, so you both are business minded, business oriented. Feels like being your own boss is what I'm getting. Look at the imagery on this. 4 Pentacle and Tower card. Fiery, alchemical, something's being transmuted. But you come out no worse for the wear. Successful, championing this rushing, moving forward, successful energy with the Chariot card in the upright. Yeah, it's like you bet on yourself. You're investing in yourself. You're all in on yourself. Could be working for yourself, your own boss. You could be meeting the right person to partner with just in the nick of time. Let's see what comes out for. We have Aquarius or the 11th house. If you're not Aquarius, 11th house can channel some Uranus energy, surprises, birthday surprises, unexpected windfalls, big kind of shifting events, life-altering events. Positive, doesn't have to be negative. Groups of people, technology, volunteering, friend groups. All the online stuff, social media. Could be performing in front of groups of people. Could be using technology to do like a Zoom meeting or like a video time. Marching to the beat of your own drum, not appeasing the masses. Being the odd person out, maybe even. Coming out of a decision, something to do with money or value exchange, work related, an inner knowing, space, separation, but happy and content. You come out of this happy and content here. What's the inner knowing? What do you know about it? Deep depth. Maybe about how you want to make your money, how you want your business to run. It's going to be picking up here. Empress is out here, Page of Cup in reverse, Quarterfish in the upright. Yeah, happy times here. Jesus Christ, a high watermark. 10 of Cups. That is boom, boom, pow, bang, bang, bang. Got the Sun card, the Empress, the Ten of Cup, the Page of Cup. It's like a whole fucking 180. I talked a little bit about that swell, right? That low tide before this big wave comes crashing in. I had a prophetic dream about a big wave crashing in, blowing out the doors and the windows. And that's what this tower in the reverse, disaster averted, but also a lot of radio silence, right? Too silent, too quiet, meaning something must be coming in because things don't normally get this quiet or for this long. So it means something's been building up, a charge, an energy charge. And there's that deep depth, right? They say still waters run deep. It's like an aquifer. That's the star card. And actually, this is Uranus energy, Aquarius energy, ruling planet Uranus here. So you got double star card in the reverse, something very deep to you, a deep want, a deep desire, a deep wish. Feels like a complete 180. You might wake up tomorrow and you're just getting business opportunities, offers, clients, customers, new job, new romance, new this, new that. And you're like, what the fuck? It's raining cats and dogs. And you may even say to yourself at one moment, hey, I could have enjoyed this a little bit more sparsed out. But Spirit's like, no, I got to give it to you all at once. Sorry. That's how it is. Sorry. That's what this is. That's a hand for that ass if I've ever seen one. Jeez, you crazy Batman. Oof. You're going to ride the wave. You're going to surf it. Oh my God. King of Pentacles. You goddamn right. You're going to fucking champion that wave. You're going to ride it till the wheels fall off. It's going to signal your freedom here. Hangman in the reverse. It's the end of this hard time, the end of this laborious time. Cutting times with that chapter of your life. That's the old. This is the new. New partnership, new relationship, new romance. Could be competing for a new position, but they decide they want to invest in you. Don't overthink it. You have the goods. You have the ability. This is what you've been waiting for and longing for, praying for, manifesting. Yeah, it feels like you finally strike gold. No, thank you. I only do paid readings. Very lovely. Something that's going to get you out of the house. Very cool. Let's see what comes out for Pisces or 12th house. Cross-measure. 12th house is very spiritual, religious, intuitive, go with the flow attitude, mutable water sign, very manifestation, magic oriented. Fantasy. Let's see what comes out. Yeah, more that narrowing down to the relationship, meeting your significant match, switch to gender roles if you need to. Coming out of challenging time, roadblock time, so you can move forward away from this page energy. Getting rest, making a beeline to that significant other. 3 of Cup in the reverse is that narrowing to a 2 of Cup partnership energy. Feels like all the timing is off. It's not the right time. It feels like everything's running late, slow speed. But believe it or not, you are exactly who, what, where, when, why you need to be. Okay, don't let your doubts or your fears or negative emotion get the best of you, worries or concerns. That's just a facade, is what I'm getting. Someone may see what you're doing, see the project that you're working on, and they want to invest. Full moon is definitely going to illuminate your next step if you've been wondering where your path is leading. You getting back on the horse, justice. You might even be balancing the scales yourself through your manifestation, through your actions. You're open to some friends from the past, but you don't need them. You're not going to burden yourself from the connection. You're not going to try to figure out or wrap your mind around narcissists. You're moving on. You've been waiting for this. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of you might get communication. Just as I was about to say that, the communication card came out. Could get communication from the past, but it's funny because it seems like now that you're officially over them or you've already turned the page, now they want to come back, and that doesn't work for you. So, all right, guys. You guys got my number. Text if you want a reading. Love you guys. Holler for more. Peace.